but no, just the way his, actions, the way he speaks, to me, it always kind of has like a darker tone,
Mm-hmm.
specifically aimed at Shepard and stuff.
Yeah.
And just like when you go back to the council in Mass Effect 2, I think that's a mission. You can choose whether or not you want it. But when you go back and you're talking, Udina's like, "What are you doing here?" and stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he kind of he like snaps at you when
Hmm.
he sees you and stuff. I was like, "Dude, no, get out." Uh, but no, I've always seen like that kind of darker quality in him, and it kind of like in Mass Effect 1, it kind of seemed like it was a seed. Like you were like, maybe that's just his personality. But the longer the game went on, and then in Mass Effect 2, you realize that's to me that's more than just a personality trait. Like he
Hmm.
must have some sort of secret vendetta or agenda to do stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like he wants to keep Shepard out of this whole Reaper thing. Like he's just like, okay, you could just, just leave just as long as you're not here.
Hmm.
I don't know. I kind of have a feeling he's probably indoctrinated or something. Um,
Yeah,
it would be interesting to see that in
yeah.
Mass Effect 3, though.
Well, one thing I really liked about Mass Effect 1
Mm.
is the interactions with your crewmates.
Mm.
You could talk to them. Like with Tally, you found out more about her, about where she came from, found out about her pilgrimage and all that. Uh, in Mass Effect 2, I noticed that there's only a couple or a few of your crewmates that you could actually have, conversations where you choose what you say and that sort of thing. But with the
Mm.
DLC characters like Zaid or Kasumi, I really didn't get, or not I, everyone didn't really get, to converse with them. You could hit them and they would say something, but you couldn't physically interact with them.
Right,
And
right.
I think that would be something really cool to have in Mass Effect 3 is more interaction with your crew. Just, I mean, even being like Mass Effect 2, the Shepard and Jacob, they're like, oh, next Normandy needs a bar. I
Mm-hmm.
think it'd be super cool to like have a lounge or a bar or something to where you could go and converse with your crewmates and have like personal like one-on-one time with them and stuff.
That would be really cool. And I think it's actually a huge possibility that they will be doing that because Casey Hudson said that there was probably going to be more interaction with your crewmates, um, like kind of like the scene with Dr. Chakwas,
Hmm.
with
Oh,
the
yeah,
brandy
I
and all
love
that.
that.
I know that
Yeah,
was so great. I don't know why, I don't know why they didn't do more of that. But
yeah.
it sounds like they're going to be doing a little bit more of that in Mass Effect 3. So yeah, I I can't wait for that too. That's going to be really cool. You know what really kind of scares me because I love the character so much, Admiral Hackett.
Yeah.
I I want to see more of Admiral Hackett in Mass Effect 3 just because I mean they only ever showed him so far in the downloadable content, the recent one. And
Yeah.
that was just a little bit of him. But what kind of scares me is that in the demo for Mass Effect 3, the one where the Reapers are attacking Earth and you're with Anderson,
Uh-huh.
there's a part there where I think it's in that demo where they mention that the whole Alliance fleet is destroyed or something like that. And I was like, oh hell nah! Like I was like,
Like
Hackett? Does that mean Hackett's dead? Or I was like, no.
you're like
So
you're like, oh hell no.
no, come on. You only showed him in a downloadable content, and then you kill him in Mass Effect 3. No.
Yeah, well that's kind of like what the sense I got was that in Mass Effect 1, I mean, it's been so long since I played Mass Effect 1 because I've been trying to go through all of my playthroughs. I have like 6 or 7 playthroughs or more. But the last time I remember playing Mass Effect 1, I don't remember them ever showing him. I all I remember is his voice. That you get some missions when you go to the galaxy map. That's all you get is his voice, and then uh, I Arrival, I think's the name of the DLC.
Yes, yeah,
is
that was
when
right.
you see him. I kind of had like your reaction too about the possibility of him not surviving the fleet. I was like, oh hell no. I was like, I don't even care. I'm gonna go get him on those Reapers.
Yeah, I hope they don't kill him off. I mean, if he does eventually die, I hope it's like, at the big huge battle at the end, like an epic death for Admiral Hackett. That would be sad, but I'd be like, okay, well, at least, he was in most of the game, but if they kill him off in the beginning, I'm going to be like, okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call somebody.
Well, to me, it seems like, even with the fleet destroyed, or the Alliance fleet destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
it still seems like if he died, in the games, I haven't really noticed anyone who's, high command,
Mm-hmm.
Aside from Shepard being, high command for the Normandy and stuff. It just seems to me without Hackett, it seemed like all of humanity's defenses really would be kind of disarray. Like, there would be,
Mm-hmm.
it would just be utter chaos and stuff.
Right, yeah, because Hackett was there for Sovereign and Mass Effect 1, and they came out alive and all that, so it's just kind of like Hackett is this symbol of, like you said, controlling the chaos around Shepard. Like, kind of giving him more time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully they don't just get rid of him like that.
Yeah. I guess my next topic could kind of tie in with my topic after that, but in one of my playthroughs, I ended up pursuing a relationship with Thane. I just, you find him and he's, dying from, I think it's like Froelic's disease or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think, at the same time I could see where, he may or may not appear in Mass Effect 3, but I think it'd be cool and super awesome if you, if humanity, or not necessarily humanity, but just any of the species was actually able to find the cure in time, to apply it to Thane to where he wouldn't, die.
Yeah.
I mean, because in Mass Effect 1, with the Krogan genophage, it just seemed like they were just years and years from developing a cure for that. And then in Mass Effect 2, it seemed like they got like a jump on it where it would be possible, within several years, if not, a couple decades, of actually being able to have the genophage cure, ready and stuff to cure the Krogan.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I heard that they were developing a cure for this disease that Thane's species has, I was kind of hoping that maybe in Mass Effect 3 it'd kind of be the same situation where they would get a jump start on, the cure and be able to save him. Because I was like, I like I said, I got a relationship with Thane, and I was just like, Mass Effect 3, you better not die. I'm mad as hell.
I know, that would be kind of sad because, then you're kind of forced. It's kind of like if you continue the relationship with Thane, you're kind of like missing out because you have, like, say, Caden or Ashley, where you could like continue the relationship with them. And if you were in a relationship with Thane and then all of a sudden it just ends, it'd be like, okay, well, now I have to start a new relationship or just, be alone.
Well, and that's kind of, like you said, it'd be super sad, but to me, it just, I don't know if you got a relationship with him, but
no.
He's in your private quarters, and essentially he gives you this nickname called, I think, like Seahod or something, and it's a name that was like meant in his people's tongue, it meant like warrior goddess or something. And so cool. he has his own nickname for you, and then he comes into your private quarters and he's talking about you, and he said that his assassination mission, he was wanting to die, and that female shepherd's given him a reason to live, and he wants to live for you.
Oh.
And Lair of the Shadow Broker, there's actually a computer that you can pull up stuff,
Yeah.
and it actually brings up a note that says "Love Note from Thane" or something, and he pretty much says he pretty much says everything again, but it goes on a much more deeper level. He pretty much says that he loves you, and he just wishes that you guys had more time together. And then at the end of his paragraph, he kind of has this poem relating to kind of like what they did with his wife when she died, was pretty much talking about sliding into the water for a new way of life. Or it was like really philosophical, and just the way it was written and stuff, it was just really beautiful and really well done and stuff.
Damn, that I guess at first before you said that, I was kind of like, oh no, I think they are gonna kill Thane off. If it's not that you start Mass Effect 3 and he's already dead, they're probably gonna kill him off soon after, especially for those of you that had the relationship with him. But now that you're saying that, it's like, oh man, it's gonna suck if they kill him. Okay, so another thing that I would love to see in Mass Effect 3 is, let's see, the female Turian.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like, you know what? I've never noticed, or I've never seen a female Turian. Like, beforehand, it was like, I never saw a female Krogan, and then they showed a female Krogan in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
And then I never noticed that until you said that was a female Turian. I was like, you know what? I've never seen a female Turian either. That's weird.
Yeah, and you know what? I hadn't seen a female Turian. I don't know if you've read the comics, the Elusive Man comics.
Mm-mm.
They have a female Turian in the comics.
Do they?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, she is so ugly. She looks really ugly, and I was like, why did they do that? She doesn't... Okay, you know how the Turians have the crest in the back?
Yeah.
The females don't have the crest. So it's just like this big skull, like just plain right there. And they basically have the body of the males. So they basically look the same, but they just have no crest. And I think they're a little more slim. But I was like, I would still, I mean, that's just a drawing, but I would still love to see like an actual female Turian, like in action, like in the actual game. I think that would be cool. Hopefully the game would do her a little more justice than the comic did. But that would be
well, I was just thinking, I mean, when you're on the Normandy and you're talking to Garrus during Mass Effect 2, he mentions, fighting a female Turian to settle a dispute,
right,
for a mission and stuff. And when he was talking about it, it never registered in my mind that the games have never shown a female Turian. And then he was talking about fighting one, and then he got into all of that, double entendre, sexual innuendos. I was like, Garrett, you nasty. But no, until you said that, I had never thought of never seeing a female Turian. So.
Yeah. I hope they do show a female Turian, and I think they will. I mean, because it's the last installment, and it's just something I haven't heard a lot of people say that they want to see a female Turian, but I'm sure there's a lot of people telling BioWare you should show a female Turian just so that the fans are kind of like, oh, okay, cool.